We should say, if you didn't tune into last week, basically today we're going to be talking about in a sense, but obviously other things.
If you didn't tune in last week, pause and
check it out.
Let's fucking this one's hard. Watch out, it's done.
Don't spin it.
Spin it.
That was a sick intro. Who was that from?
Good. That was
Next gen.
Wood.
You gotta say
It's a bit about that was
wood.
the best fucking intro I've ever heard in my life.
that was from
crazy.
That was unreal. Who made that?
Coming from NX Gen. Thank you so much. That was sick.
Shout outs.
We've got a little message here.
Wow.
Hey dogs, I'm back with another intro, but a little different vibe this time. Hope you guys liked. I think we loved it.
That was unreal.
I think that's the best one so
that
far.
was by
Broom,
it's not
broom,
close.
broom, broom.
It's not close.
I didn't realize that was like a fan sending that in. I thought it was like something you got commissioned. I was like,
No, we get a different fan one every
that's
week.
so hype. Shout outs to that
I think
guy.
I'm done getting a new one every week. I think it's
Stick
that
with
one
that
every week.
one. Wow.
That really did it for me.
I like the use of the two different things. Like if you didn't listen last week, it's like check it out, like before the drop.
And I love them
Very
getting
nice.
Peter to say, no, that was fucking sick.
Yeah, they knew how I would
was a
feel
sick
about
intro.
it. They knew that I was gonna like it.
Well-
and they're in the chat actually. Shout out to NX Generation. They said I had to stop making beats to come.
Yo.
And join the chat. So there you go.
On the grind, and it's paying off.
Shout outs. Excellent stuff. Today we're talking about wood.
Yes, and we have our good friend here, Kutz.
Thanks for having me, fellas. Glad to be back on the potty.
Our
Excellent.
resident wood expert.
Oh, sure am. What do you want to know?
What's the best one?
Cedar.
Nice.
Why?
It's got good grain.
Wow.
no,
this
you
guy is good.
You could have done like a.
That's like my
cedar
one
dick
wood
in your
fact.
mouth.
I'm actually not going to talk anymore. That's my one bit
You're
about
done.
wood.
One bit about
Thanks,
wood.
fellas.
That was
Yeah.
fantastic. Is Cedar actually good?
I don't know.
Sorry, let me just step in real quick.
Yeah.
It is great at water repelling.
Whoa.
If you're going to build a hot tub, cedar.
Oh, if you're going to build a house, maybe.
Well,
Cedar.
Nah.
maybe I'd probably say brick.
No, well, obviously about a bit
But
about wood.
yeah. So if there's like a big bad wolf situation, you need to make it out of twigs.
Yes.
Then yes,
Yes.
cedar.
Cedar
Well,
twigs.
In America, most of their houses are made out of wood. Like ours are all made out of bricks. When I was there, I was like, wow.
Dude, same way in Switzerland. It was like wood house. I'm like, how are these not rotting?
Yeah, because they have wood everywhere. They have trees there.
But why
have shrubs.
Why
Oh,
do
we
the
don't
houses
have
not get
trees,
mold
but
in
we
them?
have lots of clay.
Yeah, we have a lot of
A
dirt.
lot of clay.
Why do the
Lot of
houses
dirt.
not get mold though? How does
I
that
think
work?
you varnish it. No.
I don't know.
No, you put like plaster and stuff on the outside. And then
Well, they do stuff to like, you know.
Surely
But
they haven't been doing that the
get
whole
in there.
time.
The termites
Yeah.
do get in there.
So a termite in America can eat your house.
Yeah.
That's
dude.
fucked.
Isn't that the one thing termites are known for?
Yeah.
I know they're known for eating wood. I didn't know people made their whole house.
Yeah,
out
and then
of wood.
if you get a termite, that's like a real thing they can
that's
get over.
Yeah,
brutal.
the framing's wood, and then the termite eats like the framing, and then the house,
house falls
collapses.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they have like
insane.
hurricanes.
One day your house falls on your head and it's just paper.
and then
like,
all these termites fly out and they go.
They have hurricanes. Their houses just blow away. Like they literally get big bad wolfed over there.
They do.
They do.
They
actually.
do. Like
do.
the god goes huff and puff. Guys, build them out of bricks. What the fuck? Ours don't blow away.
Isn't it cheap? Wood's cheap.
Yeah, it's cheaper. Yeah.
Ah.
Wood's cheap.
Because it grows on trees.
Their houses grow on trees over there. No wonder ours are expensive as fuck.
So
Everybody
money,
has a brick and shit.
money
2 mil.
literally does grow on trees, but you have to be like a wood salesman, I guess.
yes, it does. They must make that
It
joke.
makes
They
all
also
the
have
time.
paper money over there.
They do have paper money. Money does grow on
Money
trees.
grows on trees
Holy
over there.
shit!
Yeah.
Wow.
No, here though, our money grows from oil.
Yeah.
Coal.
We have plastic money, right? Like Monopoly.
Oh,
It's
you
really
mean
good,
plastic
though.
money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
plastic
Yes.
colored
It's
money.
good,
What's
though.
that? What's
It
that
is the
made
best
of?
money, but now that it's not renewable resource, maybe we're the worst for the environment with our money. But it's
Yeah.
such good quality.
And like when you're like blasting lines, a lot of microplastics up the nose.
Are you for real?
Yeah, we've got to be, right?
You seemed a little bit too concerned there, Kutz. What do you-
Oh, no.
No wonder you got your white monster out. What has been going on last night?
How much microplastics in here, dude?
Kutz came in with
lots.
2 white monsters, and I had never seen it before. I had a taste. It was actually delicious. 'Cause
Not
I'd
the only
seen
white
memes.
thing he's putting in his body over this weekend, apparently.
One white monster, another white monster here, mate.
Oh, so true.
It's the white
Nice.
monsters on the couch here.
Yep.
Right. So, should we talk a bit about wood?
I think we should. Do we
Yeah,
have any
please.
segment names?
So
Yes.
mine is Would You Rather.
Would
And it's
You
a
Rather.
classic
Ooh,
Would
that's
You
nice.
Rather game.
Yes.
About
what's-
wood.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
The double wood entendre.
I like it.
What about you boys?
Mine doesn't really have a name. I'm sorry, I didn't come up with a funny wood name because the only wood jokes were like taken by Would You Rather.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't really.
So we're doing this podcast in the morning, right?
Yep.
So you could sort of run with Morning Wood if you
Okay.
wanted.
No.
All right. Well, my segment will hereby be called Morning Wood.
Okay.
Nice.
All yours,
Dibs.
buddy. In mine,
wood.
I have a series of wood-related jokes / puns.
Okay.
And I'll be trying to say them throughout the episode, like Zach did with his quotes.
What if you like? How much would woodchuck chuckle? Because it's a joke.
Ah, great. Okay, my
Wow.
segment's
How much
called
that was
How Much
quick.
Would chuckle. That's great. And so you gotta, if I say a wood pun, you gotta point it out. I think I have 6. And so I'll be saying them throughout the episode.
Okay.
And it's up to you to call them out. Zach did something similar with some quotes about fish, I think.
You haven't done any yet, have you?
Starting
No.
now.
Okay, from now on, we got to call
That
it
would have
out.
been uncool if I'd slipped it,
It
in
would
there,
have
you know.
been. It would have been very.
He wouldn't do that to you. Yeah, Jordan, give us a would you rather. Let's
Okay,
go.
let's get into it then.
I'm ready for it.
All right, first, would you rather? This is just, I just was bored. I was just coming up with them. They're a bit silly.
Nice.
So,
That's not like you.
would you rather a wooden penis or
Hey, lady,
I got a little bit silly with this.
It's a little bit silly.
Guys, today's podcast is a bit wacky.
Dude, you really make us look like the classic stereotype of like 4 white guys start a podcast. You're like,
We are
I'm
that.
being a little bit silly.
We
and
are
me and my
literally-
friends
we
start-
are looking
it's-
like that
I
'cause
know,
we
but-
are that right
You
now.
know what?
Everyone,
We're
they
trying to
had their-
ascend past the stereotype.
Let's see if we can save it. Let's see if we can
Okay.
save it.
They
So
had their conversations like, guys, we should start a podcast. This is so good. Do you reckon before that they say, what if you had a wooden penis?
I think
Guys,
they do. That's
people
what I'm
need to
saying.
hear this.
I'm saying I think people do that, and we're falling into the stereotype.
we
here.
are the stereotype? How
we
are
should
not?
start a podcast, episode 80. Wooden penis. All right, let's get into it.
Push back.
80. It's like 120 at this point.
Jordan, go against the grain.
You've done well then.
What do you mean go against the
Like
grain?
the wood,
How?
because the wood episode, just against the grain was sort of.
Oh, wait, so woods have grains? I've been learning that so
It like
far.
grows in a direction.
And that's a grain. I thought a
Yeah.
grain was like a wheat.
Like
a
this shit, bro.
bread.
Behind
It's multiple,
multiple
meanings.
It's like that.
That's the grain. See the
Also,
grain.
grain is
lines?
going left to right
Yeah.
or right to
Yeah,
left.
because the
I'm not
lines
sure.
are like the years of the tree.
But isn't this fake? Or is
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's been made
This
to
is
look
fake,
like
But
real.
it's fake, but it's representing like real wood.
It's like AI.
Wait, you're telling me we're not in a
No.
room where, like a cabin?
It's so funny when you
No, no,
actually
we're
come
in a
into this
cabin.
room and it's
Shut
like,
up.
okay,
Yeah, we're in a cabin.
We're in a cabin, and 2 of the panels have fallen off to reveal white paint.
yeah, true.
Which was what the previous cabin owners decided. They were very minimalist, white walls. I came in and put up fake wood on top of the white paint that's on the real wood in the cabin.
It's like when you see like Friends or The Big Bang Theory and you see the set and you're like,
Oh.
that's
That
so
doesn't live in a home.
Yeah.
yeah, and you're
Wait,
like,
there's no wall.
It looks so small, and it's yeah. 'Cause my mum, she was like, she came over. I can't remember even why, but she was here, and she was like, "Oh, it's for your Mario Party video,
Right,
Where all
right.
the parents versed each other." And she was like, "Oh, I want to see the podcast room," and she was like, "Oh." When you actually come in here, and it's like it looks really small. Anyway, would you rather a wooden penis, boys,
Yep.
or a wooden
Yes.
kitchen?
What?
Kitchen.
But it
Yeah.
includes the pots and pans and stuff.
So your pots
the
and
pots and
pans-
pans would burn.
yeah.
Okay. So literally everything, like wooden glasses, wooden
Yes.
mugs.
Everything in the
they
kitchen
wouldn't be
is
glasses,
wooden.
would they?
I don't like wooden cutlery very much too, like the fake,
Oh, like
fake
you get
wood
on
stuff.
Nah, this is
Planes or
real
something.
wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real
No, but
wood.
it'd be like nicely varnished. It wouldn't be like the shitty bamboo disposable ones. Like, can I make the wooden implements good?
You can do whatever you want to them, but you have to keep them there. But you can't get rid of the wood.
Well,
in them.
but
That's okay.
Is
on
the
the
oven wood?
contrary,
It's yeah, the oven's wood.
Well, then I can't use that.
Well, no.
Oh,
that's
no.
the
Can I-
that's why it's a tough question.
another question, sorry.
Yeah.
Can I choose the size and features of the wooden penis? On the contrary,
Ooh, nah. I think it's just the average hard penis, and you just get
And
it.
Is it always
you
like that?
No, Jordan. You tell us what you think the average is.
Isn't it a
just so
bit
we
less
know
than
the-
6? It's like 5.75
Something
hard.
like that.
Yep.
Okay, but you're saying hard. Does the wooden penis get soft, or
Exactly, it doesn't. It's just
Oh,
always
yeah, really? Like,
Yeah,
true.
it is.
That'd be.
Happy
it-
to be
is
there.
it
You
like
can't have soft wood.
pointing forwards all the time?
Can you? It's hardwood. It's always pointing exactly where you want it to be.
Straight down and to the floor.
And any chance of splinters with this wooden penis?
Not for you, but I guess for them.
Does it still
then
have
that's a
feeling?
no-go.
Is it
That's-
no
varnished?
feeling. It's
No
wood. You
feeling?
can't feel wood, can you?
You can't have a wooden penis either. This is a
but people
hypothetical.
could have wood. Well, you surely you can. People have wooden legs. Surely they can make a
Oh,
wooden
okay.
penis.
So we're losing our regular
like a
penis
peg dick.
completely.
yeah.
So we either get a really nice wooden kitchen, or we get like a weird.
You've added the really nice thing.
We just get
I
like a
asked how
weird
nice
wood
it could
penis
be.
attached on.
You said it could
Yes.
be really nice. I'm definitely going the wooden kitchen.
going the
People
kitchen,
would come
yes.
round and they're like, this guy's like so environmentally conscious. Look at him in his wooden kitchen. There'd be some moss all over it
And then I would
shit.
just prepare food in my bedroom where everything isn't wood.
Oh, yeah,
I
that's
like the
the
college,
vibe.
yeah.
You just get like a little microwave, put it in the bedroom.
I get
All
a,
right.
I get a
Yeah,
drinks
wooden
fridge.
kitchen, lock it in.
We're going with the wooden kitchen. Next,
What are you gonna get?
next question. I didn't really think about these. Well, you guys have convinced me now. It would
Well,
be
if
silly
Jordan-
to go for the
if Jordan
penis.
could bump his dick length up by 4.75 inches.
That would be
That'd be
huge.
crazy.
He's like,
that would
definitely
be
wooden
huge.
penis. That's a win for me.
That's true. All right. Would you rather sneeze sawdust or fart loudly every time someone mentions IKEA? What would you rather?
Wait, what was the first one? Sneeze
Sneeze
sawdust.
sawdust.
This is tough. The other one wasn't tough because I don't want a wooden penis, but these are both pretty meh.
What?
Yeah.
What is the amount of sawdust that I'm sort of huffing out when I sneeze?
I would say if you like, if it was, you gathered it all up, it would be like this much.
But that would be hard to
It'd be
do.
a-
So, and then just
It
tell
goes
our
everywhere.
listeners on the podcast how much this much is.
I would say if you gathered it all up very condensedly, it could fit on a 50-cent Australian coin.
Yep, the 60% US audience know that one too. Keep it up, Jordan. You're
Well, they
killing
can
it.
Google it and now they get to be like, whoa, their 50-cent piece looks
Oh,
sick.
yeah, sick.
The like
They can look up
circumference of a golf ball amount, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I would probably say more
Don't try and speak,
diameter.
Jordan. Don't try and translate.
Circumference.
Trust me.
And what was the other one? Sorry.
The
You fart
IKEA.
loudly every time someone mentions IKEA. You just go,
I think I'll take that.
Yeah, I think that's almost a party trick.
oh, yeah, like say it. And then they
Yeah,
go,
like
and you-
being able to fart on command is like pretty funny, and like I don't think there'd be that many situations where it would be bad. You're often going to IKEA with your partner who would know this about you.
yeah, but it would smell. It smells.
No, but you only said you
Yeah.
fart loudly. You didn't say
Hey, you
you
didn't
fart
say it smelled
stinkily.
before.
You're right, but yeah, okay.
Maybe that's a
Sawdust would be
self-report. You have
annoying as
sticky
well.
farts,
You'd have to
Jordan.
clean up the sawdust.
It's weird. Every time it's loud, it's not stinky. Every time it's not, it's,
Yeah, no, that's a phenomenon. I get that.
it's a phenomenon.
It's an inversely
phenomenal
proportional
phenomenon.
type thing.
It is,
Yeah.
yes.
Volume to stink.
So I guess these won't stink at all.
Yeah,
because they're very loud
silent but deadly. Like had something cooking there because the silent ones are the deadliest.
and loud and proud.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Again, the podcast Four Guys thing. This is the worst.
This reminds me. Have you ever seen it? I think Jackson showed it to us of just like they must be like 14
Oh,
and they have
yeah.
a podcast and they
The
just
kids.
have you seen this?
No.
And they just like talk, but it's like
It's like the deepest topics ever, but they're like children. It's so funny.
it's really weird. It's like, do you like porridge? And they're like, yeah, I do like porridge. And then it's just like that's the clip. But it's so
What
funny
and it's like their highlights on their TikTok.
because I've looked at their
Is this real?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
real. It's real. You should
Ah.
look it up. It's actually hilarious. But it's like I've noticed. I went on. I don't know if it was their TikTok or their YouTube or Instagram, and they like their whole podcast gets put down into shorts. So like each podcast must give them like 200 clips,
Wow.
and so every now and then one of them goes viral.
we should be, acting like that, clipping as much.
You're not grinding.
Yeah,
we
we're
can't
not
stay
on the real
on
grind.
each topic longer than 60 seconds. What are
Yep.
we doing?
Yep.
Yeah.
We need to be cutting up 200 shorts out of this.
But
Yep.
does anyone know the name of it in the chat? Because they should say it's very funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. The sawdust would get really annoying. I guess if you're looking at someone,
It
if
might
they go
get in
their
your eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really bad to get sawdust in your eyes.
I'm actually
I
seeing the
imagine
farting
so.
loudly
'Cause-
as a positive.
You're right.
Like
Yeah.
a fun trick.
You know, like when you do a bit of woodworking and they tell you to like blow, people do that thing where they go after they've like sanded something.
Yeah.
Apparently you're really not meant to do that because then it just goes in your eyes.
What are you meant to do then?
I don't know,
Suck
just
it up?
like dust it off or something, like use a little brush.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
I don't
thought you
know.
meant, Jordan, I thought you meant suck it up like, suck it up, you'll be fine. But no, you meant literally like
I guess you
suck
go-
up all the sawdust.
You're
you
like,
know?
what do you do? I'm like, bro, I don't woodwork. I only know what not to do. I just stay well away from that
You're
shit.
right. Do you
I'm
never
not
do
handy.
woodwork in school?
Yeah, I did.
You know what you could get? A little thing, and then it's like they're called smoke buddies, and when you like sneeze into it, it takes in all the sawdust and it filters it out.
What?
What's this
Yeah.
for normally, a smoke
Yeah,
buddy?
what is it?
It's for like smoke, but you could do it for the fucking sawdust, and then it
But
wouldn't be a
one-
problem.
Wait, you
One's a
smoke-
gas and one's a solid.
Yeah,
I
but like
think
you
they're
could just like
quite
it's like a
different.
pocket, so you just go.
Right.
It's all
okay.
collected.
What about like a
smoke into it.
handkerchief? I think they invented that a while ago.
But that's got like it's like fabric and it's loose. This is like a circle. You go.
Wait, so you could breathe into it so your smoke doesn't go everywhere?
Yeah,
Wouldn't
yeah,
that be
yeah.
super gross? You've got like a jar of sawdust snot.
No, it's
pretty fucked.
Surely it
But it's like better than going on the floor.
replaces
Yeah,
the
yeah.
snot. We
But it
wouldn't have
replaces
snot.
the snot.
It replaces, yeah.
No, but snot's
100%.
very useful.
I wanted to say that, and then I took my jumper off.
Worse, this
Terrible.
sawdust thing.
Imagine how dry your nose would feel.
It could be a good self-defense though.
This was a terrible would you rather. Let's move on.
No,
Let's
what if
move
someone's like, I'm gonna rob you. I got a knife. Give me your wallet. And you're like, I'll give you my wallet.
I
But
reckon it's pretty hard
I'm
to
getting
sneeze.
a
What,
bloody
you're like-
nose.
you know.
Achoo.
You're like,
You get
sorry, let me get some hay fever
Yeah.
and start sniffing flowers.
sneeze in their eyes, and it's the sawdust thing. Like in their
Yeah.
eyes, they're done.
Would you guys rather have bark instead of body hair or leaves for your hair?
Wow.
And is it proportional to the amount of hair we currently have? Because then I would be a lot more bark than these guys.
Yes.
Well, than Peter.
Oh.
I don't know
yes.
what the hairiness of
I'm
me
gonna
and Quits
answer
is.
that.
You might be hairier than me.
No, I'm pretty
Probably.
hairy on the
You're
legs.
pretty hairy.
And the arms, it's the wog jeans.
Pretty
bro.
hairy. Oh, not as much as you.
Yeah, you might have the most bark.
Dude, is that
This
like
one.
armor though? Like body
Yeah,
armor?
it's kind of like body armor. Hey,
Yeah.
well, that's what bark is, right?
And then if
Mm.
you're ever short on kindling, you could just chop it off.
Yeah, don't worry, guys.
Yeah, that'd be
Because it wouldn't
sick.
hurt. It would be like chopping off your body hair.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But then
so
maybe if you
that'd be pretty
pulled it off, it
handy.
would be like waxing. It would hurt.
Yeah, I think it would hurt, but not too much.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, that's a clip right there. We gotta. That's the perfect clip. Boom. Boom.
And then people take it and they thank you.
What was the other option?
Having
Leaves.
leaves for hair, which I think could they could probably set on fire.
Is it bark, body hair, leaves for hair?
Yeah, which one?
Oh, dude, leaves for hair any day. You kidding me?
Really?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Can I choose the leaves?
I think I want that.
You want the leaves instead of
like,
your hair?
It's not a would you rather. It's like I straight up want that.
But that would blow in the wind. Your head would snap back. Probably.
So does your hair.
no, but leaves catch wind more than hair. I think.
You get a
Skip it
whiplash
next
because
day.
the wind comes in.
Do I get any sort of benefits?
like, whoosh.
Jordan,
Hold on. Have you heard what it'd be like?
It would be-
I think I know
Let me
that
do a
part.
demonstration.
I have
Oh, my neck! Whoosh! Ah! My fucking neck! I really didn't have leaves for hair. Whoosh!
I only had bark to protect my neck and a nice secure fucking cone.
God.
two questions about these leaves, Jordan, please.
Yes, two
Do I get
questions.
any sort of benefits from the photosynthesis that they're doing? Do I get a little energy or something?
No.
Okay, and can I choose the type of leaves?
No.
So I kind
What
of
type of leaves
What
I
type
kind
of
of
leaves
like,
are
I was
they?
going to
That's a
say
great question.
spinach leaves. You could like just add them to your sandwich,
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
you want.
Eat it? Holy shit.
Or
Okay.
like sage leaves.
No, I'm gonna say the hairs. The leaves are mahogany leaves. I
What
don't
does
know
that-
what they look like.
If
but-
you okay,
And it's
just
a type
general
of
question,
word.
just to riff off this. What leaves would you choose for hair if you could? Zach said spinach.
yeah, well now
Yeah,
he said
spinach
that.
is
That's a
good.
great.
What's the
kind of-
options?
No, but you
here?
can't because I've already got it.
Is iceberg lettuce a leaf?
Yeah.
Yes.
It'll look a
Okay.
bit shit.
Yes.
You'd be a bit of like a Marge hair, like sticking up.
A perm.
A
Jordan
perm.
wants a
Yeah,
lettuce
big-
perm.
Yeah.
A lettuce afro on Jordan. Can someone
Iceberg lettuce just
Photoshop
tastes
that?
great. I don't think it's got much nutrition, but it's just nice and crunchy.
I think I would love like. Have you ever seen these lamb's ear plants? They're like super soft, like furry, almost feeling leaves. They feel like a lamb's ear. That's why they called that.
That makes
so that'd be
sense.
like so.
That's cool.
Oh, Kuts, what leaves would you have for your hair?
I think like like a hedge, like that sort of plant leaf, and then they can like shave it down to whatever haircut I want,
You'd
and then
have
it
like an
grows
afro
out.
hedge.
Yeah, that's
really
what
You
I'm
could have
thinking.
like a full-on flamingo.
Yeah, dude.
Like carved out of the hedge.
topiary on your
That's exactly what I was
Yeah.
thinking. So,
Yeah,
giant
it's a
flamingo.
But then the wind would come and.
Oh yeah.
Your neck would
Yeah,
go-
Be
nuts.
careful.
All right, we've sorted that, boys. But would you rather laugh like a chainsaw
Okay.
or know every tree?
know
Well,
every
I'd
tree.
rather-
Like on a personal level.
Like
rather-
the name of them.
I'd
Oh.
rather know every tree. What is
What?
Isn't that an upside and the
What?
chainsaw's a
I reckon the
downside?
chainsaw's probably an upside as well. Imagine how funny it
gotta
would be
laugh
if you
and
were,
you go-
every time you laugh, it's like everyone would start laughing with you.
Yeah, actually, that's pretty
These
funny.
are two positives.
Bro,
Bro, someone's coming at you in the dark alley. You just start laughing.
And they're like, oh shit, and they run away.
Hey, now that
So
I
in
think about it,
self-defense-
that's pretty fucking
It's
fire.
self-defense. It's more comedy. You probably get more views on all your videos. The podcast would be blowing up. Imagine the
They have the
shorts.
chainsaw
Wait,
laughing guy.
Imagine the shorts like this guy laughs like a chainsaw. It's like,
What's the self-defense part? Like you're in a dark alley, someone's like,
And then you start
give me your
laughing,
wallet.
and
You're
they're
like,
like-
run, run, run. They're like, does he have a chainsaw? When I'm
Yes.
clearly unarmed.
No, you turn around and start thinking about a really funny joke.
Get it ready. Oh, fuck.
yeah,
Do you
and they
sound like
run off.
exactly like a chainsaw?
Exactly like a chainsaw. You can't
yeah.
tell the difference.
Bro, dark alley, you hear a perfect chainsaw. I'm running, bro.
yeah.
You would run.
I can't see it, but I hear it. I'm out of there.
So it's two good options here.
I'll be taking the tree knowledge, thank
The
you.
tree knowledge. What will you do with the tree knowledge? We've already established.
I would very
that.
much enjoy a nature walk.
Oh, you'd be like, that's that. That's this.
I
it
went
does
on
that.
a little nature walk yesterday and I was like, what the fuck are these?
Oh, so you didn't know the trees. So
No.
you've sort of seen one side of the coin and you reckon...
Is that a bit more magical though? To not know.
Yeah, well, learning is the fun part.
Exactly. Having the knowledge is like, like babies are like get into the world and they're like, what's that? What's that?
Yeah, they have a
This is
good time.
fucking
Babies
sick."
love things.
And then by the time you're like 80, you're like, you just know everything. You're like, I'm just gonna die, I guess.
Nah, because I don't think you're that
Damn.
into...
I think there's more to know about the life than the tree names.
Yeah,
I
actually
don't
did that.
know, but I'm bringing it back to your walk might not be as magical.
No, but then
'cause
I could like learn the birds. I would know all the trees.
You're right.
Yeah, and it's
that's
almost...
true.
It's kind of helpful for you because I was going to say trees aren't your main interest, but
Mm.
then like by knowing what tree it is, you might know what animals are nearby, or you
Exactly.
could like
Yeah.
feed some animals some of the trees that they actually like.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I
you
saw
know?
a new type of a wattle bird yesterday.
What?
And it was on a Banksia. And if I
Congratulations.
knew what Banksia they could be found on, I
You'd
could
be able
find
to
more
see
wattle
it.
birds.
True. Two good options. Okay, so this might
Two
split the
great
group.
options.
This might split the group. Peter's going with
Trees.
trees. Zach, what are you going with?
I think I'll go trees as well. I don't think the
Oh.
chainsaw thing's worth it. Like,
Good.
yeah, it's like a novelty for the podcast or like maybe for other things, but then you're out at like a nice dinner and like you can't have one joke with your partner without like without everyone getting out of their chairs and they're like, evacuate the building.
I'm going with a chainsaw. I reckon it would be great.
Okay.
What about you?
I'll join you. I'll go chainsaw as well.
Yeah.
Split it 50-50.
You're like trying to hide the chainsaw laugh when you're out in public, and then you can't. It makes you laugh more. Everyone's running away. I don't think you've thought that one through.
I feel like it's a supervillain origin story.
All right, I've got 4 more. Should we rapid fire? How long have we
These are
been
pretty
going?
funny. I'm enjoying these. And my
Yeah.
segment doesn't really exist. It's just me trying to slip in
True.
puns.
Have you done any?
I've done 2.
Wait, what?
I forgot.
Shit.
He's good.
Wait,
He's
dude.
too good. No, someone's got to step up on the policing of Peter. All
All right,
right.
chat, figure it out.
Okay. Would you rather only wear wooden clothes or turn into a tree for 24 hours every time you laugh?
Oh, no.
No one laugh.
Wait,
These suck.
only wear wooden clothes.
Yeah, you have to only wear wooden clothes, which would be pretty annoying. You probably get splinters.
Oh, I'm in wooden clothes.
Whoa.
Clogs.
What made you say that?
100%.
Everything is clogs.
I don't know what that is.
Wooden shoes.
Elaborate.
But then you got to wear like a t-shirt that's wood. Zach?
Bamboo.
Oh.
That's
Wary.
a lot. That's
I've gone for a
fibers.
risk here. I've locked in. I'm hoping bamboo counts as tree.
Let's go to Google.
because I wear a lot of bamboo clothes now.
Bamboo a tree?
No, it's a grass. It's the largest grass.
No, bamboo is not a tree. It is a type of grass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and you're already locked in now.
In the
Getting
same lane,
splinters.
I'm sure one of these trees can be made into actual cotton, like actual fiber. You know,
But you've got to do it yourself.
one of these string.
No one's
things.
making
no,
this.
What do you mean?
No one's making this. You have to
can't
make your
be-
own wooden clothes.
Jordan.
No, if I find the thing that
Oh, if you
makes
find
clothes,
that
I can
already
just go
exists.
buy that.
You're right. Yeah.
Can I ask some questions
I'll
about
do
the
some
tree
research.
option?
Sure.
Becoming a tree for 24
Oh,
hours?
yeah.
I see some clarification. Am I aging while I'm the tree?
Yes.
Because I laugh a lot, so I think my whole life would be being a tree.
Okay.
So it's not sounding good.
Arbitrate.
Okay, is
No,
it,
but you
is,
probably
it,
learned to contain it.
is it enjoyable being a tree?
It's probably very boring, I imagine.
Are you still sentient when you're a tree?
You're just you, but you're stuck in the tree.
This sounds fucking horrible.
Exactly.
If he just laughed here, would he just sprout through the
He'd go-
ceiling?
Would I break
Destroy-
things?
Yeah.
Am I a large tree?
You could break things a tree could break. Actually, no, that's more about the speed, isn't it?
Am I a large tree, Jordan?
You are a 2-meter tall tree.
Okay, so I'd fit
not
in the
too
room.
big. You're not breaking every
Does my
room.
root system keep me in place, or will I fall over?
Your root system, you probably fall over because it wouldn't be able to get in the ground that well.
Yeah, right.
So it's tough. It's tough to be a tree.
Yeah,
Do you think you
right.
get more or less roots by becoming a tree?
Definitely
or than
more.
You usually
Definitely more.
I'm gonna just weigh back in with the fact that
Whoa.
I'll be sourcing all of my clothes out of lyocell, which is made from eucalyptus trees, a fabric known for its softness, breathability, and durability.
All right, so that was a bad question. Let's just keep it going. Would you rather have your walls in your house be made out of cardboard or
Like
get
the
a,
Americans.
or get a splinter every time you hear a bird?
Oh, no.
No, it's
Sake.
These are bad.
Shit.
These are
this
bad.
is very
What
bad.
a range.
Exactly, Peter.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
think I
makes
gotta
this
get-
such a good would you rather.
I gotta get splinters.
I think it's Splinter, right?
Nah.
Wait,
Nah.
could I
Nah.
potentially not have a home?
Cardboard, Pete.
Well, you could.
There's a lot
you
of
could just leave
birds.
your home. Yeah,
Okay, if I live in a van.
you would have to live in a van.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's-
but
then you're safe.
but I
Then
can
you're
live in a
safe.
van. It's not a house.
You
You'd
could live in a
rather-
tent and hear birds all the time. No splinters.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna go with living in a
you
van.
could. You would rather live in a van than have to hear a bird and get a splinter.
Yeah, I'm gonna van
There's
life.
birds everywhere.
Not if you have earphones. You can just blast them.
What if you're listening to rainforest
okay.
sounds? In
Well,
the
don't do
headphones?
that. That's just a fucking stupid idea.
But they like sample bird calls in music a lot too. Like you'd have to be so careful about
You
what
might
you
not
want.
even know. What if it's a really distorted bird sound? You're listening to your favorite song.
Shit. No, Doja Cat use so many fucking bird sounds.
It's actually in like Sandstorm. They're like it's like sampled from a bird.
I haven't got a splinter in a while. Have you?
Nah.
Anyone? That was
Haven't been
boring.
handling much wood recently.
Me either. I think when I was a kid, I was more out and about. Like when I was a
Yeah.
kid, I got stung by bees. I got splinters. Now I'm just like
Get back problems
getting
from sitting down.
malnourished. Yeah, I'm just lower back. Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah,
that
life
was
comes
one
at you
of-
fast.
That was one of the big things when Holly and I were on our honeymoon. It was like, oh, my back's not hurting because we're just standing up and walking everywhere. This is amazing. Okay, well,
I was trying to think of a joke. It wasn't coming to me. So what
Nah.
are we doing? Cardboard?
I'm
I am
going
taking.
van.
I mean, there's not a we. You can take whatever you
I'm
want.
going to bird sounds. Honestly, I like my house.
Really?
Yeah.
If I could live in a van, I'll do cardboard.
I don't think you understand how often you hear birds because, like, after I've got into it and I've started being like, oh, that's that. Oh, that's that. You know, like I recognize them. It's constant.
You're
And
right,
Every
but-
time you're outside, it's constant.
Yeah, I'm cardboard, I guess.
It's tough.
But your house, your house would fall. Give Professor Oak head until guys.
Yeah, your house would fall. Give Professor Oakhead.
Or what, Jordan?
What's the or?
Or what? I can only imagine this will be good.
That's like guys are just reading off a page, like not thinking of how it sounds. That's great.
Guys,
I can't wait.
would you rather give Professor Oak head
Yes.
until he finishes, or get nosed
Thanks for
by
specifying.
Pinocchio until you finish?
Oh, so it's got to be in the butt, and then
Yeah.
there's splinters there. Doesn't matter if you're
Bit
hearing
of a
birds
giving
or
or
not.
receiving,
Pinocchio's giving you
boys.
splinters.
Getting
Someone in the
nosed
chat just
sounds
said
horrible.
Yes, in all caps.
Yes, that one.
I don't look. Oh, but then I don't know how long Professor Oak takes to finish. I was going to
pretty
say,
old.
And I don't know
I've
how
never
long
been.
I take to finish.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say
Because
because
it might
I've
be
never had
instant
something
and
in the
boom,
butt.
you're done.
Well, but then it might also
Come on now.
It might be
Apparently that-
awesome.
Yeah.
For me, I don't know. It could be a 3-hour ram sesh with Pinocchio. Like,
It's a tough
and
thing.
what if you can't get there? Then Pinocchio's got to be doing it, and you got to be trying to do something else to sort of get you across the line.
You've got to be like, yeah, tell me a lie, so you can, so you can finish. This isn't working.
Pinocchio's like, yeah, I'm coming, and then it keeps getting longer. It's like, oh, not again.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
This is the best I've ever had.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to be sucking Professor Oak off.
Yeah, I think I'm
I think
gonna
I
have
might
to
do that as well. The risk
Yeah.
of Pinocchio is much worse. Like, worst case scenario for each. Professor Oak is like sore jaw. Pinocchio is like splinter.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
Professor Oak's quite a nice guy.
He might
I
let you
think so.
let you
He's
take
pretty happy.
another Pokemon.
No,
You know, how
Nice.
there's always
Yeah.
one Pokemon left on the table.
there
Yep.
is,
So
isn't there?
That's
What
how he
happened?
gives
Yeah.
that one away.
And then you can get That's
I
how you get
see.
Oak's 2 balls.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think Professor Oak. Are you Professor Oak or are you a
Yeah,
Pinocchio
yeah,
kind of guy? Okay.
Yeah, let's just put this on the internet
Yeah,
forever.
for sure. Yeah. Well, I
What's
mean,
Professor Oak before you said option 2, George? He was locked in.
we're already buzzed in,
Yeah,
mate.
true. All right, final
yeah,
would you rather. Boys, would you rather yell timber whenever you see a tree? Or
That's wait, sorry, 1 per tree.
Yes.
Just real quick.
All right, so I already do that. What's the next one?
or have 2x4s for arms. No
2x4s.
hands allowed. No hands on the end of the 2x4s.
2x4s. You might as well
Wow.
be blind with this timber thing. Imagine you
It's like
see
the birds again, isn't
you
it?
see a small part of a forest and you're saying timber for 3 hours.
Yeah.
You're on a plane. You look out the
Yeah,
window.
you can't.
But would you rather do that than But think of everything you can't
Jordan,
do
you're
now. You got
ask-
2x4s.
You're asking if I'd rather have arms or eyes, and I'm saying eyes.
Huh?
I think having to yell timber every time you see a tree is as bad as being blind.
No way.
There's so many trees.
Yeah,
No, but
what,
you can still
inside
do
you can look
everything.
around.
You can still do everything while you just keep yelling it. It's like having Tourette's. Like you, still,
Yeah.
you can still be cooking,
Yeah, but-
eating, and just going timber, timber.
That's not a life I want to live.
You'd rather not be able to play Smash. You can't do YouTube editing anymore. You got 2x4s.
I could do YouTube editing with 2x4s.
You like put an attachment on the end, like stick
Yeah,
a little
I can carve
nail.
the 2x4s however I want.
No, because it hurts.
No, but you can't-
feel them.
yeah.
They got nerves in the 2x4s.
Yeah, so it's straight
Unlike the wooden
planks.
penis, which you don't have nerves
You don't
in.
have nerves, or you motherfucker.
I'm trying to
You're a
balance-
sicko. You're a sicko.
What the hell?
This is what we talked about before. You try and balance it, like
Yeah,
up
yeah.
to here.
Can you tell
Yeah,
me?
you only yell timber 50% of the time. You see a tree.
Previous question. Can you tell me if Pinocchio is getting off? Is he feeling it?
Pinocchio.
Yeah, are there nerves in
Oh.
Pinocchio's
Or is he just,
nose?
is
Yeah,
he just
he feels
railing
it.
me with like no enjoyment?
No,
it's
he
just
loves
his
it.
job.
He
Okay.
absolutely loves it.
Okay, he loves.
So you switching now?
No, I'm
Oh, okay.
not. Still, I was always getting Pinocchio. No,
No, you were giving Oak the good shit.
Oh,
I'll
but
be
in his
taking
head.
the timber.
I'll yell timber.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Timber.
Yeah.
you could sing along to a Pitbull pretty well.
Yeah.
Is it?
I'm not
Kesha?
going Pitbull. I'm gonna stick with my guns.
going.
and
You're
go
going
the
the 2x4s. That's
Yep.
pretty big as well. Like you're trying to walk.
Pitbull.
You
Is
try
it
to,
not?
you go
It's
dunk,
feet
dunk.
though, right? So 2x4 would be 2 feet by. Is that not how it works?
No, meters, isn't it?
No.
Or the feet.
No.
No, it's feet. It's feet.
It's I think it's a width thing. I don't know if
Yeah,
it's a
because
length
it's also
thing.
not 2 feet by 4 feet. That doesn't
No,
make
it's
sense. either.
meters. It's meters.
It's not. It's not 2 meters.
We need to
long.
answer this on the bit about wood. You know
How
what I
big
mean?
is a 2x4?
Yeah, this is actually a
Dumbest
good
question of all
question.
time. How big is a
No, it's
2x4?
not
Inches.
meters.
Can't be inches.
Yeah, it's a width thing.
Wait, a 2x4 isn't. How big is a 4x2?
Okay, a 2x4 I think is 2 inches by 4 inches, and the length is non-discriminate.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know you were saying
So
the thing about
width
the
too.
length not being
I
part of it.
always thought it was how long the thing is.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's
a
quite a
beam.
wide plank, you know what I mean?
oh.
Like it's a girthy fella.
Yeah. Wow, that's changed my life, this podcast.
Yeah, we learn things
We
here on
learned
the
so
podcast.
many. We learned so many things.
It's an
on this.
informational podcast.
Wow.
Don't seem too excited, mate.
And that has been a bit about would you rather.
That was fantastic.
Yeah.
I have a little thing to add on this whole would you rather thing. First I'll say me and Maddie did this mystery picnic on the weekend.
Whoa,
Where we,
how
like-
did you know?
What was so
where to
mysterious
go?
about it?
Yeah.
We got it as like a present from my mum and dad.
Oh, that's
and what
nice.
you do, you put together some clues, and it'll like tell you where to go.
Oh.
And
So
so
hope
we
you get
like
that right.
Yeah, you do like a little riddle, and then it tells you like, oh, go this place, and we went to that place, and they gave us like a tray of deli meats and that, and then we went to another place, and they gave us like
This is elaborate.
a few sweet
Damn.
treats.
Wow.
And then we ended up at the park, and we had a nice picnic.
So it's like a scavenger hunt, but you're rewarded with like food.
Yeah, it's like an experience
pretty
thing. That we
epic.
I
got
feel like
as
you're like a rat in a
present.
maze, you know what I mean? That's sick.
Yeah,
Here's your
a
cheese.
little bit.
Now, where thou find where's our next piece of cheese?
But
Do they give you a riddle at each one?
yeah,
Wow.
and then all the places we went to seemed very good. Anyway, we did that. That was very nice. But then, as part of it, they were like, "Oh, while you walk to your next place, like here's some would you rather questions that you can do." So we were doing them. That's all good. Leads me to where I was going with this, which is that then Maddie started coming up with some would you rathers.
Oh, okay.
And
He's
then
whipped out his phone.
sometimes when Maddie does like a bit of a hypothetical, she goes for like speed over quality. She'll like say the first two things that pop into her head, and then I'm just like, Except then, like, as a hypothetical, and it's like, well, now we're talking about this for like 3 or 4 minutes. So the speed is not what you want to get to. Anyway, I want to give you guys the would you rather she asked me.
Okay.
Because I
I'm
was
excited.
like, you've thought of this too quickly. And then she was like,
So is there an obvious answer? I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see.
That was a good build-up, hey? It's a whole
I'm enjoying
story
it.
was all for this moment.
so, would you rather have chopsticks for legs or cars for legs?
Cars for legs.
And you can imagine, like, oh, let's do would you rathers now. She's like, first 2 things in her head: chopsticks for legs or cars
That's
for
a
legs.
tough one because a car is so big.
Yeah, there's a lot of variables.
It doesn't
actually,
really
it actually
work.
was a long discussion we had.
Are they normal sized chopsticks?
See,
You
that's the
can't.
thing.
Yeah, you just
Are they leg sized chopsticks?
your legs would break immediately if they're chopsticks.
Yeah, they couldn't hold my weight.
You'd have to
Nah.
just walk around on your hands.
I'm taking the cars.
But the cars are so big. If you're sitting here right
Am
now,
I
and there's
strong
2
enough
cars,
to pick them up? Or am I stuck?
No, you know.
You're stuck,
no.
dude.
I don't want either
They're
of
just
these.
cars or chopsticks.
Oh, shit.
I think the chopsticks is better because the cars you take up way more space than usual.
Would it hurt to amputate the car legs? Because with the chopstick legs, you
Surely
you
you're
basically
not
don't have
allowed
legs.
to just amputate.
Okay,
them.
so I think the chopsticks are leg sized, but the cars
on,
are
dude.
car sized.
Wait, what?
That was the information I
chopsticks
got.
are leg sized, but
Yeah.
the cars are cars.
The chopsticks
wow.
are leg sized, and like if you learn to walk on stilts, you could walk.
I
on
was
them.
already going
You
to
know
go with
what I would
chopsticks,
do?
and now I'm going for them even more.
You put like a wooden block on the end of the chopstick and then put a shoe on the wooden block. And it's just like
And then you
two
have a-
straight
No, she
wooden
said
legs.
legs. She didn't say
Prosthetic.
your feet get changed.
Oh, come on! It's
I still have human feet on my
whoa.
chopstick
It's
legs.
waist down.
Do I
She
have
said
feet on my
legs.
car legs?
She didn't
No,
say
you have
feet.
tires.
Because my feet would
You
hurt.
don't have feet on the chopsticks.
No, they're just
Jordan's
chopsticks,
tripping.
bro. They're just
What
sticks.
the? You said legs.
Oh, I didn't say leg hair and knee and shin and tibia and
Okay,
femur.
okay.
Damn,
Fair enough, fair
damn.
enough. I would go with the
I was going
chopsticks.
to take it that far. I understand, though. Nah, just
Whoa.
chopsticks.
Just silence.
The king is
Take
speaking,
that
bro.
L.
Damn.
You are now a nerd emoji incarnate and shut the hell up.
Actually, yeah,
Is a foot part of a leg?
I think it's got to be.
it can't be.
No, but like hair is part of your head. Your hands are part of your arms.
Are they?
Your nose is part of your head.
Is your face part of your head?
But the foot
Yes.
does so much separately. The hair just sits there.
Yeah, but leg is sort of from a point onwards.
Okay, well, it's tough. It's a
like
big
your
question.
knee does a lot separately, but is it separate?
Well, my foot is attached to my leg.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
no, your
Zach's not saying.
no.
Are you saying the foot is the leg?
He's saying the foot's the leg, but I think
what
they're
I'm
so
I'm going to do a
distinct.
Twitter poll. I'm going to do
Is
a
the
Twitter
foot
poll.
the leg?
I've asked Twitter already today, can you have such
Patrons.
thing as a brown light?
Patrons, let us
A
know.
brown line.
Yeah, have you ever seen a brown light? But like, like
Yeah,
brown
surely
light?
you'd have to
Zach
have
was
a brown
explaining,
line.
no, because
How?
color is orange.
It's like, can you have a
Brown
grey
is
light?
like- No, you can't have a grey light.
Hang on, boys. What's going on
Can
here?
you have a brown light?
Can you?
That's
couldn't-
why I asked Twitter.
Can't.
We couldn't get it because brown is kind of just dark orange, but kind of not.
I'm thinking
Yeah.
like, what if you
But
had like
black.
them clear plastic sheets, but it's brown, and then you put it over the. Oh, does it become orange though?
No, you might be onto something.
Oh,
Is that brown or
I
is
think
that
you can
orange?
Cellophane.
Get
Yeah.
a cellophane sheet. Yeah, because you gotta.
What does it look like?
Okay, the reason we can't get brown light in here is because my lights change like color. So you're like adding in red, green, or blue. So it's like whenever you're adding stuff, it's always getting closer to white. Like adding color in.
Yeah.
But
too
when you
dark.
put the cellophane in front, it's subtracting.
Oh,
It's taking away
the
colors
maths.
until you're left with the color of the cellophane. So by subtracting, I think you can make the light
You're
brown.
a genius.
But then I'm thinking about it. It's
Like
like
a tree.
like a tree.
Brown.
But if the light's white and then it goes through the brown cellophane, is that going to be brown light or is that going to be like an
White
orange
light
or
too.
something?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what we're trying to
Yeah.
figure
Anyone got any
out.
brown cellophane?
Yeah, where's someone?
Send me a picture.
Someone watching this has to have brown
Or
cellophane.
am I
and
just
can
barking up
test
the wrong
this
tree
right
here?
now.
Am I just insane?
I feel like I need to Google
that's
this.
a fucking pun. That was a.
Oh,
Finally.
good catch, Jordan.
Finally
Oh, you
got
go.
there
Good
Was that like the
catch.
sixth one?
No, that was only the third. I had a little break
Okay.
to try and get you
Yeah,
off
nice.
get the heat off, but you're on it,
Ooh.
Jordan.
That's a bit of a dog tree double whammy in that pun.
Yep.
Barking up the wrong tree.
Yep.
But then you
Wow,
have
that would've been
barking
double
is
points
also
maybe for him.
bark.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, eh?
What are you looking up? You've got brown light.
Brown
Google on your
light.
phone there, Chris.
Brown light.
Brown light sounds like it's like the wavelength of light that makes you shit yourself.
Yeah, like the brown note or
Like
something.
the brown note, yeah.
But you just look at it.
You're like, oh,
Dude, that would be so like overpowered. You just like get out your
That would
torch and
be.
like shine it in someone's eyes and they shit their pants on the street.
I really thought there'd be more stuff like that for humans, where it's just like you see something and it just like ruins the coding in your body. And you're just
Yeah.
like, ah.
Have you heard about, like, have you seen Crocodile Dundee where they do that? He does this one to
I have
hypnotize the like
What's this one like?
water buffalo.
No.
Nah?
It's a hand
he's,
movement.
He's
Is
like
that
doing
the-
this one at the thing, and then it like hypnotizes the animal.
Yeah.
Do you reckon that works?
I hope so. True. What's with like the videos and they're just like sleep and you go, ah.
I think that's the power of
Hypnotists.
suggestion.
So
You have
cool,
to
though.
want to believe,
But it's so
and
cool.
then they say do it, and then you do it because you want it to be true.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like if you're like, hey, that's not going to work on me, it's not going to work on you.
Really?
Too
Yeah,
powerful.
definitely.
That's
True,
bummer.
because imagine that. Imagine like the greatest UFC fighter is just someone who's really good at hypnotizing. And he goes
Sleep.
in there and he goes, sleep. And they go, ah.
Yeah, but-
that'll be fucking sick. Someone needs to look into that.
Nah,
Someone
this is
really
what
needs to look
pissed me
into
off
that.
with that the fucking Now You See Me movies.
Oh, I
There
haven't
was
seen
that.
it.
I
guess
don't know.
they should change the
Anyway,
title.
there's this
I'm
one,
with you.
There's a hypnotist in those movies that like, and he would always just like 1 second to people when he just like sleep or just like looks at them and clicks in a certain way, and it's like you're missing all the build up. Like when the hypnotists do this on stage,
There's
like,
been
I still
build-up.
don't know how the fuck they do it, but they have a solid amount of build up of telling people what they're gonna do, how they're gonna
Yeah.
feel, and then they hit the sleep or they do whatever the hell.
Yeah.
But then Now You See Me, they're just like magicians. They're just like bloop, and then anyone does whatever the fuck they want. It's actual Jedi mind trick.
Yeah, you got to
And they
get them
try
on
make you
board
think it's
first.
real.
You can't just do it to someone who's not
Yeah.
on board.
Has anyone been
Hypnotism is-
hypnotized?
No.
No, I haven't, and like I kind of want to. Because
Me too.
Then what's going on, right? Like,
What is
going on?
how's
Let's
everyone
get to the
fallen
bottom of
for
it.
this shit?
Yeah,
There
what's
used
going
to
on?
be
I saw my friends get hypnotized. Like I didn't get chosen from the crowd, but they did when
Yeah?
we were at a show thing, and they were doing everything. And they like
Wow.
my friends who were like, and yeah. The thing is, you're there to see the show to have a good time.
Yes.
If the guy says do something, you're gonna do it. Like the power of
You're in
the
the
kind
whole
of social
situation.
situation is kind of what I took away from
What
that.
did they say it was like though?
You just want to do it. That's
You
what they
just
said.
wanna
You
do
just
it.
want to do it. It's not like you're being forced to do it. It's not like you're like, help me, no. You know what I mean? You just want to do it.
Yeah, it's like
But those shows are weird because they used to have it a lot at the Perth Royal Show. There was
That's
this
where this
guy.
was, yeah.
Oh, I don't think he still does it. It made me really sad. I used to always love watching it. And
I
yeah,
think he does.
does he?
Yeah, we don't have that much content for the Perth shows. I think
I
he's
swear he
still around.
stopped.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe someone put him.
Same thing with like people used to be like. I remember when I was growing up in private school, people used to be like, "Oh, there's a pressure point. If you touch it, you die."
Yeah, that's a classic.
Or like, and like, look, if you
Walk
do
up
this,
behind people, pressure point.
and then they just like fall asleep or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, clearly that's not really a thing.
What if you accidentally did that? You were like going up like pressure point, and then your friend's just dead.
Yeah, but people used to believe
Mucking
that.
about.
At least for me.
And you're like crying, no. I've so much to live for.
It must be a thing because imagine, yeah, UFC they would just be going beep beep beep.
Pressure point.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not a thing. That's a pretty bad
I
design
don't think
flaw.
just UFC. Any sport you can get in there. Dude, your favorite basketball. Imagine there's a defender on you, like, boop, put to sleep, shoot.
But that would be illegal.
That'd be against the
That would be
rules.
a bit much.
You can't touch at all.
No, you can, I guess.
You
But
could be
if it was
sneaky.
real, like, I don't think you could squeeze someone's pressure point. That's bad. That's a foul.
Yeah.
That's that's a foul.
That's a foul.
I like. There's a good comment in the chat. That pressure point is known as the windpipe.
Yeah, that's, that's true.
Pressure point.
Pressure point.
Oh, look,
bang.
you're asleep now. Yeah, that's good.
There's a crazy tool that's called a gun or something. That if you point at someone and press a button, they stop working.
That's true.
that
Pressure
was a
point.
Good joke.
You're
What-
covered in pressure points. You're just not using the right tool.
You're right.
I've got the conclusion to the brown light. If
Oh,
anyone's
thanks.
still
I
interested,
am.
All right, then we can
Very
keep
interested.
things.
brown can't be made with light because brown is a shade of orange.
Hey, let's
Yeah.
go.
This means it's made with pigments. It's made by taking orange pigments and adding black pigments.
Yeah,
to
so it's
it.
just dark orange.
Orange
You
and
can't-
black.
So unless you had a black
you have to
light,
add black, you
Black
can't
Orange,
take
isn't that
away-
a movie about lesbians?
No, Orange is the New Black,
Oh,
and it's a TV show.
yes, yes.
it's about
So
women
you were
in prison.
completely wrong, but it is
But
about
it was-
lesbians.
I was close. I was close.
I knew what you were talking about. Sorry, the majority of the people on our poll said that you can have brown light,
And they're
you
wrong.
are all wrong. 61% of people are wrong.
Nuts.
So-
Sucked in.
Moral of the story is trust no one.
Yes.
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 Oh, I feel like the way you said trust no one makes me feel like it's a wood-related thing, but it's obviously
Yes.
not. But I'm not trusting
Wait,
you.
isn't it? Nah.
Wait, but you can't have orange, can you? Because isn't orange, red, and yellow?
What's this?
But
That is an orange light
This is-
that
this
you are
is-
sitting next to, Jordan.
no, but isn't it just red
Isn't-
and yellow lights?
Isn't no.
Yeah, it is.
No, because if you add red,
Primary colours is not a thing in light.
Jordan,
I thought
Did you
that's
know
how
a
it
wood
works.
pun before?
Where?
The trust one?
No.
Okay. Because
No,
a trust is a wooden structure.
A truss. Not a truss. I know, I said trust.
oh, did you say trust? No,
That
one?
would have been sick.
I like looked at him and went, wait, I've heard trust before.
No, it was just for me because like he said it decisively.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
the way he said it.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm onto him. Should we-
So I have to start saying things subtly if I want to slide it by.
Yes, but now we're onto that, so maybe you should
If
say
I,
it proudly.
if I want to.
dude, you're not getting Boabab past me. I'm onto it. You
gonna
drop
say?
any occasions,
Yep.
special occasion, I'm on you.
Yeah.
No chance.
I'll slip those ones in just in case you forgot.
Oh, that was a pun.
Yeah, that wasn't planned.
Okay.
That was.
No.
I'm gonna do my segment, which is what I call it, Morning Wood.
Morning
it's about
Wood.
Morning Wood.
the Wooden Spoon Award. You know that?
Is that when you come last?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for the last place, the worst thing. So we're gonna find a few of our wooden spoons ourselves. We're just gonna discuss which Olympic sport do we think that we would be the worst at, like individually.
Us? Oh, no.
Yeah.
Like as a group?
Yeah,
as a
based
team?
on like individual skills.
As a
Like
team.
example, Peter's done trampolining, obviously not trampoline. But what is your absolute worst?
Oh.
I think for me,
Equestrian. I get too scared on
Of
a horse.
horses?
Yeah.
have you been on
Damn.
a horse?
I did, and it was so scary because I think I talked about this before. It was like a birthday present for Holly, and when we went on a horse, and then I was like, "Oh, I've never rode a horse," and so they were like, "Oh, you can't control this horse anyway. Like we haven't really tamed it."
So they gave you the
So they
worst
put me
one.
on that, and then my horse just kept like going right up to the horse in front of me, and the horse was like pretending to kick it and like threatening to kick it, and I was like, I can't do anything because they're like, you can't control him anyway. And I was like, this is fucking terrible.
Why would they give you that guy? That seems like a stitch up.
It was such a stitch up.
Do you know how to control a horse? No? Well, good thing.
Doesn't matter anyway.
one's
But
for
it's
you.
alright.
This one you can't control anyway. And like the horse in front of me like kept like trying to kick it. And I'm like, this horse is going to kick my horse. I'm going to die.
Yeah,
And
like a
that
bit of
was
a
me the whole-
dominoes.
Where
like-
were you?
I don't know where it was. Somewhere in the Swan Valley or something.
Okay. Is she like a horse girl in remission?
No, I just thought it would be a fun birthday present.
That is a cool idea.
Like something, just a different activity.
It
Yeah.
does seem like whenever there's a girl and a horse involved, it's like
Yeah, it's like
from
you
that-
liked horses a lot when you were younger.
Maybe she did.
There were
Holly,
all
let
those
me know.
shows like what was that Nickelodeon show that was all about the horse
The
girl?
Saddle Club was one.
Yeah.
Mm.
Maybe you were the horse girl.
Good show.
Jordan,
Not anymore.
Of the couple.
Now I'm the horse hater.
Wow.
And so those horses weren't even jumping. So equestrian.
Yeah.
is the
Yeah,
worst
so
you.
for me personally, I'm dragging the
What,
team
but
down
if you
for
could
equestrian.
could you control the horse? Would you be fine?
Maybe, but I have trauma now.
Oh, that's okay.
Thanks, man.
That was a great
It's
answer,
okay.
Jordan. Thank you for getting the Spirit of the Wooden Spoon Awards.
Thank you.
Down
What,
very
what
quickly.
equestrian event we're talking here? Because it's a big discipline.
I don't watch it.
Are we
Nah.
talking about where they jump over shit?
I don't watch
Or are we
it.
talking
man.
about
I don't
they
know.
make the horses dance?
Not that specific. I didn't know there was more than one.
Have you not seen the horses dance?
I never. Always see
That's
it
in the
and I
Olympics?
say,
Yes.
Actually, I think I
They
have it. It
don't
was
add
so
skateboarding.
not
Dude, come on,
good.
Ray
I
Gun
didn't
wasn't
like
that
it.
bad. You don't need to call her a horse.
I
No,
didn't
I
like
haven't.
it.
That sounds hilarious, though.
No, it's really weird. It's really weird.
Yeah, the horse is going.
Yeah, you know
I
what I'm
saw
talking
it for
about.
a bit and I turned it off because I was like, well, this is boring.
Yeah,
You got
it's
scared,
so-
bro.
I'm coping. I'm saying it was boring. I was fucking terrified.
I think that might be the most like nepotism sport maybe ever.
Yeah.
yeah, it's got to be.
It's
right?
like sailing, sailing's up there.
A polo.
Polo,
Horses-
yeah.
horses
But that's
gotta
not
be
the
cheap.
Olympics, is
Polo's
it?
more than horses because you also like need the big long club that no
Yeah.
one has, and you also get to wear lots of Ralph Lauren
Yeah.
polo. Like,
Yeah. Is that what the polo shirt's named after?
yep.
Really?
You know, it's a guy playing polo on a
Yeah.
horse is the logo.
Yeah, but that's like Ralph Lauren. I don't know, but like the whole term of polo.
Is Ralph Lauren like a
Oh.
famous horse player?
Oh, what
a-
came first, the chicken or the egg?
Like, this is a polo shirt, right?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Did Marco invent them?
Oh, what?
Is it-
Google.
Google. Maybe we should
Oh,
ask
yeah.
Twitter again.
Like maybe polos. No, food for thought.
Whoa.
Wow.
Was anyone else dragging the team down more on the Olympic sports than me on the equestrian?
Okay, let me think.
It's not dragging the
What
team
would I
down.
be
It's just
really
your
bad at?
individual. Like, let's say you entered every event. Which
What
one
would-
are you the worst at?
Okay,
compared
I think
to
that's
the-
it. I think that's it for me.
I just think I would be terrible at javelin because it seems really hard to actually not fucking like spin it round when you throw it.
It does, but I remember we
just
did
trying
it
to
at
think of what
primary
seems
school,
hardest.
So I'd have a bit of
Oh,
something.
I've never touched a javelin.
I see.
Yeah, I'd never done it before, and then I was doing this school coaching thing when I was working at a school, and they were like, "All right, you're teaching the kids javelin."
You're like, I need someone to teach me javelin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
epic.
It's like,
You're like
shit.
on YouTube, like back and forth.
Yeah, as if they said that.
Yeah,
That's
turns out when they're like 10 years old, you're still better than them, even if you have no idea what you're doing.
Oh,
Nice.
really?
Yeah. So kids,
They don't have the
don't trust your
coordination.
teachers. They have no fucking clue what they're talking about.
Any worst Olympic sports?
I'll go
guys?
pole vault.
Yeah.
I reckon I
Oh,
would like
shit.
absolutely be
You're
useless at
right.
pole vault.
Yeah.
no, I take
There's
Like,
a
that
lot
back.
of technique there if you're just going in blind.
Couldn't run with the pole. Couldn't plant the pole. If I got up there, I'd freak out. I wouldn't go
Pole vault
far
is
enough
a
forward.
crazy sport.
Yeah, dude.
I reckon it's one of the craziest sports.
Yeah, that's
Launch yourself
sick.
like 10 meters into the air on a fucking bendy stick.
One
Yeah,
of,
I
like, the
wish-
most dangerous too.
I wish I'd had the opportunity to get into that. I think that's a sick sport. I would have liked
That
it.
is a
right now.
crazy sport. I take mine back. I think I could at least sit on the horse. I can't at least just like stick myself up in the air.
I'd injure myself. I reckon I'd give it a go, and then I'd get like a little bit up, and then I'd just fall back and just be like, oh,
Me
fuck.
too. See? Just like that.
I've hit
He's
this shelf
injured
like
his-
5 times.
Uncoordinated. Well, you're cooked.
GG's was.
I think I'd probably be water polo. I would not be good at water polo.
Oh my god.
Really?
Yeah.
That
That's a
shit's
tough one.
serious. Like, you got to tread water for a long time while wrestling big men and then throw a ball.
Yeah, that's
Jeez.
tough. That's
is it
that's a lot of
is it a
things.
contact sport?
yeah,
they
pretty
like
much.
drag
You
each
can
other
wrestle.
underwater.
It's very
crazy.
hard to referee underwater.
Yeah, like
I didn't
there's
know
so
that.
much dirty play going on underwater, like dragging each other under the water and shit.
It's like the
cooked.
opposite of land polo because we're talking about that being like the rich, like
Yeah,
classy
true.
sport with the collared polo shirt.
Yeah, and it's like get in the pool.
Just dunk each other and drown
Yeah, as soon as they're
each
splashing
other.
around, underneath
Yeah.
the splashing, you're like grabbing someone's leg. It's
Yeah.
like, that's fucked.
Yeah, leg if you're lucky.
Dragging down your fake wooden penis.
Yeah,
My penis.
good thing I can't feel it.
All right, next wooden spoon award. Movie role that you think you would just be the worst pick for.
Oh,
Like,
Something where it's like a really serious.
yeah. Oh, I was thinking
Something.
just the biggest opposite in appearance. So like a black woman in some kind of
Yeah, I'll go with that.
very emotional crying role. Well, can you think of any? I'm talking about something that's already happened. You know?
Oh, I don't watch many
oh
movies.
yeah. What's the movie where I would just be terrible in that
Or a
role?
TV show or anything.
I'm thinking about it. I'm like, that'd be. I thought something like this really like Groot. I'd make a good Groot though, so I'm gonna. Not
I think
do
I'd
that.
be a bad Gal Gadot Wonder Woman.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't think
Being
I'd-
like a majestic, strong woman.
Yeah, I don't think
No.
I'd
I
fit
think
in
you
there.
might almost be worse in any comedy movie. Wow. No, he's funny. No,
So
I'm
no
so
one's gonna
sorry
laugh.
of how that sounded.
Fucking
I meant
leave him
because
alone.
when we film stuff, Jordan always breaks. And
So
if it was
that's
actually
funny.
a funny movie, then like you would just not be able to get through a take.
Oh.
No, but that's funny though. Like when like the scenes where the people are just
bloopers.
laughing.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
but even I don't know, like 21 Jump Street, where they are finding that style where it's just so silly that the people are
But I
laughing
think
too.
you'd still get enough good takes that the movie wouldn't get affected as much as. Imagine you go to watch it and I'm there as Wonder Woman.
Yeah. You know what? Good point. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hit you with such a drive-by there.
No, that makes sense though as well. Boys.
I'm
Yeah, I don't know if I thought this question through. Does this make sense?
a bit stumped on this one.
I think I'd be a really bad boy in striped pajamas.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
a
yeah,
tough
because you got
one.
blonde hair, blue eyes.
Yeah.
It wouldn't really work.
They'd be like, keep him.
He's all right. Get him out of there.
Why are we even doing this to this guy? Yeah, that's a good point.
I would have ruined the movie.
What about you? You would be bad at like the giraffe in Madagascar.
Oh, wow.
You know what? You would be bad in a comedy movie, bro.
Yeah.
Come on. I reckon Coots would be a great.
Low
son
hanging
of a
fruit.
bitch.
That was
It's-
very low.
Damn.
Coots,
Even I
think
could
you'd
pick
be a
it.
Great Melman.
Is that the zebra?
That's the giraffe. Marty
See, he
is
doesn't
the
even know his
zebra.
Marty.
name. That's why.
Sorry. I don't know. I keep like, you know that movie where it's the woman and she. Okay, fuck. It's not a good
The
start.
woman.
Is she
Movie.
very wondrous?
Is that romantic?
We've done that one already.
It's that romantic movie where like the dude is like a fish. It's like
Shark
called
Tale.
Deep Water or something.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, The Shape of Water.
yeah.
No, wait. Isn't that about a gay couple?
Nah, it's about a fish in a tank. I couldn't be the fish guy. I couldn't do that.
Oh,
You could
that
be the fish
one.
in the
They
tank.
fall in
Nah.
love with the fish guy.
No, I couldn't be like.
You just did it.
That's pretty good too.
I think you'd make a good one.
I just be
would
like,
try
yeah,
out.
yeah.
Hey guys, watch what I couldn't do. Oh, I did it.
Damn it. I was too good.
I wanted to do my Wonder Woman before as well.
Yo,
Kal-El. That's what she says in the movie.
Kal-El.
No, she says
Remember it very well.
Kal-El, no.
Don't try it on Jordan. He can't do it.
Oh, sorry.
You make him jealous.
Yeah, I am jealous. Wait, where does that happen? Who's
It's
Kal-El?
like
don't know.
Superman's.
Kal-El.
It's in the Justice League before the Snyder Cut, and Superman's like going evil, and then Wonder Woman's like Kal-El, no.
Kal-El.
Is that in Wonder Woman?
No, it's in the Justice
Oh.
League. I just
I've
said
only
that,
seen
bro.
Wonder Woman. I haven't seen Justice League.
Yeah, I'll go with that Whitney Houston biopic that they're making. I would not do a good Whitney Houston.
No.
My singing voice is bad,
No.
and she's a black lady.
Is
so-
that
Yes.
the Always Be With You?
Oh, you could do it.
Thank you.
You'd make a good Whitney.
Isn't that... What does she sing?
Huh?
It's something like that. I'll always love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Whitney.
Whitney sings
Yeah.
that.
And I-
Is that Celine Dion or is that Whitney
It's
Houston?
both.
Whoa.
What a song.
Oh, actually, no. Celine Dion's "My Heart Will Go On," so maybe they are different.
Oh, maybe I'm dumb. I don't know. This is not my kind of music.
What's another wooden spoon?
No,
game?
they are both.
Okay, cool.
Part of "My Heart Will Go On" is Celine Dion doing the "And I Will Always Love You." Anyway, let's move on. I think we got that covered.
A lot of Shallow Hell references coming up in the chat here.
A lot of Jack Black references.
Lot of
Thanks,
Jack Black.
guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'd be a good...
My boss's brother at work likes to call me Jack Black.
Oh, well, Zach's already
I
the
can
Jack
see
Black
it.
of the Underdogs.
Oh,
So
really?
you
you
guys
got
might
the
have to
Underdogs
fight.
Jack Black in the
Something about
compliment
your
track.
outfit right now is more Jack Black, though. I can picture Jack Black in these...
But I've
Am
seen
I
the
giving Jack
Minecraft
Black?
movie 6 times. So
You're giving Jack Black.
I don't know
You're
if Jack
giving
Black-
I don't think
Gwyneth
Jack Black
Paltrow from the
wears
movie
Paddock-
Shallow
I
Hell.
don't
Zach, you used to be more Jack Black. I think you've un-Jack Blacked yourself.
Me too, I think so.
Is that a
Well-
compliment? I don't know.
Do you like when you get the
take,
Jack Black?
Take the
Do
mantle.
you like? Yeah, can we have
when
a
someone's like Jack Black,
conversation?
do you like, oh, thanks, man.
Why wouldn't I want to be Jack Black? He's funny. He's very musical.
But you-
he's
yeah,
a good
okay.
actor.
Mm.
Like the only qualities that I wish were better about myself.
Yeah, but he's not
Damn.
exactly like a sex symbol. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah,
like
and I've already got the sex.
if someone
symbol
said you're a
part,
Hugh Jackman,
so-
I'd be like, you know. But Jack Black.
I feel like nobody coming up to me and be like, you're Jack Black because you're funny. They're like,
Really?
you just look like Jack Black. I'm
Yeah.
like, and you're funny. I'm like, oh, thanks,
No,
guys.
it's a vibe based.
Is it a
Nah,
vibe
but
based thing?
Vibe-based thing.
Here's the thing. It's like
Thanks, guys.
I already think I look good, fine, whatever. I don't think I'm like the Jack Black in the looks. So then, like, that's fine. I don't need to change anything. And then they're just saying I got the personality of Jack
Oh yeah.
Black.
Maybe I'm insecure.
asking if you like it, but I think
Maybe.
some people wouldn't take it as a compliment.
Ah.
That's why it's like, do you like it? Because if you like it, fuck yeah, own it, right? But like, I feel like some people would not like that. Like if you're an 18-year-old and you're like at the club and someone's like, you look like Jack Black, you'd probably cry.
It's not look like.
You are Jack Black. That's worse.
Yeah.
If you think it's bad, you know.
I
Yeah.
love being Jack Black then.
Good.
And I've always been confident in
And
that.
I've always been secure in the fact
Yes.
that I like being Jack Black.
I
Have
think
it,
it's a
have
good
it on the
thing.
record.
And I think his stocks are only going up with the whole Minecraft thing.
Yeah, no, it was a good movie.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, well, I've only seen it once though.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
No, it's so good.
That was all right. It was actually pretty
Jordan,
shit.
you actually should.
I
You
haven't
don't want
seen
to
a lot,
have
though.
not seen it in theaters for the last like.
Yeah,
But I feel
you
like
should
I've
see it.
missed the hype. The hype.
You can just go and
theaters.
enjoy it without screaming.
Just go.
I don't think I could.
Oh no,
I don't think so.
Jordan, do you ever get said that you're like a celebrity? Is there any like names that pop up,
Oh, that I look like someone.
or like just like they give that vibe?
like
Apparently, it's not a
like
look based
Sid
thing.
the Sloth from Ice Age.
Not so much
Do
a
you-
celebrity.
Does that
as
feel
a
like
a
fictional
compliment or no?
animated
Yeah,
character.
he's so
not
funny.
really.
No, he's funny.
I meant that in
He
the
is
best way.
funny,
When
but
I
He's
he-
confident.
I think
Yeah.
you look like Tom Hanks, if anyone.
Thanks. From Toy Story.
nah.
I was thinking more Forrest Gump.
T. Hanks, thanks. Wow,
Thanks.
he is
Whoa.
Mr. Thanks.
Wow.
Wow, I wish that was my name.
Whoa, wait, true.
Jordan, I can't believe you know him from Toy Story out of anything. So that's crazy that we skipped
I know
over that
from-
because I think that people are going to be like up in arms about that. He's been in a lot of big movies like
Bigger than Toy Story?
Forrest Gump and Saving Private
Oh,
Ryan.
that's a good
are
call.
Two big ones off top of
I
my
didn't
head.
even know
Your
he was in
favorite
Saving
movie,
Private
Catch Me
Ryan.
If You Can.
He is in that. That was the one.
But it's just like
that's not my favorite movie anymore.
with like
though.
animated things, like the voice is a lot harder to recognize than the thing. So it's like impressive almost that you chose Woody over the other things.
Yeah, I just seen Toy
Woody.
Story a lot.
Is he Woody or is he Buzz?
Wood episode.
Woody.
A bit about Woody.
A bit about Woody.
Now
There's
I
the full
understand
circle.
why you said Toy Story.
Why is he called Woody?
Maybe he's
I
hard
think
all the time.
he's made of wood.
It's his name, I
Oh,
think.
no, he's made out of.
I know
Fluff.
what's his name.
No, he's
I
made
said,
of wood
why
and
is
fluff.
his name Woody?
Like
can't
Buzz
say his
Lightyear is
name
Buzz
is his
Lightyear.
name.
Why are you named Jordan? They just named him Woody.
No, because my mum. Actually, I'm not going to dox her, but there's a good reason.
Okay. Well, I don't know then. There's probably
I'll tell you
a
the
reason.
reason. I'll tell you the reason.
No,
Well, I'm sure
Kutz,
there was a
you
reason
were
for
onto it
Woody.
there. You don't have to have a reason.
Yeah.
Just
But
want
my name actually does have a reason.
just because he's hit you with the
And my
Uno
dad
reverse,
was Michael
like,
Jordan.
Yeah, I
but him being like, my name's got a reason doesn't mean that he's right.
I
just
barked
wanna
up the wrong
back you
tree
up.
with
you
this
did,
bloke.
you got unlucky. You got unlucky.
Nice.
Why are you
Trying to
called
fit
Kutz?
tree
Nice.
puns
Hey,
into it.
no, what's
Nice.
going on? I'm just talking, guys.
The
I'm
old
not doing
tree
anything.
funds. Any more, Zach?
What?
Do you
Apparently
think
I
our
remind
people of
yeah.
Kevin
Wooden
Hart.
spoon?
What do you think is your wooden spoon take? Your like worst take?
My worst take.
Oh, so many
yeah, do you have any
options.
bad ones?
How how do you know you have a bad take? Just
Well,
everyone,
no, everyone
doesn't
disagrees?
like it.
If everyone disagrees,
What's something
yeah.
that everyone's disagreed with you on, but you're like, you're gonna defend it? You know?
It used to be the warm beer theory, but people have been coming around now that they've experienced it.
That's true.
When Holly got back from having all those shit coffees
Based.
from Europe, and then she had a good one in Australia, I was like, gotcha.
What's the warm beer theory?
Warm beer theory, which is not even a theory anymore. It's a warm beer fact. I should rename it.
Yeah, true.
But I always, especially when I used to drink more, just keep warm beers in my boot,
Yeah.
and I'd always drink them.
Right.
Because you get used to whatever you have, right?
Sure.
And then,
I'm listening.
if I ever had a beer that was cold,
Yeah.
it was like amazing.
Right.
That's a warm beer theory. It was only up. There was no downs. If you
Oh.
always have nice things and then you have a bad thing, you're like, well, this just sucks.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like,
You just- everything returns to baseline no matter what.
right.
Humans get used to what we have.
It's like
Humans get used to
gratitude.
You're
everything.
listening to Jordan with the same like attention I reckon you'd give like a weird uncle at the Christmas party. Just like yeah.
I mean, you're more than welcome to
right.
enjoy warm beer,
Yeah.
but
And now
it's
I'm
like so easy to have cold beer on hand all
yeah,
the
but then
time.
what's the level up from that? Cold beer?
yeah.
I don't know, but it's pretty good.
No, but when I
complaining.
have it, it's always nicer.
You
If
can't
we
win.
both have cold beer. For me, it's like 10 out of 10. For you, it's like another day.
Kuts, think of it this way.
You can't win.
If you eat dog shit for half of your meals,
Right.
then the meals where you have like lasagna is going to be taste way better than lasagna now.
Well, I will say, with the way
Does
I
that check out, Jordan?
That
Yeah.
does check out, except that it
No,
kind
no.
of gives you
Yep,
disease.
the eating dog shit, that old chestnut.
I was like, I don't drink beer that often, but when I do have a nice cold pint of beer, it's been like long enough that my like points of not having beer have been saved up, and then it's nice. Like it's every time it's nice. I don't have to have the warm beer to make that nice.
I probably was drinking more. Yeah.
Yeah, it was sort
Yes.
of to
You
Wayne
scull
Jordan
warm
off
beers
his-
and you have a cold beer, like it's good.
We had to have an intervention. He was drinking too much because they were all cold, and then we were like,
I was like, this is
"Just if you
amazing."
make them warm, you'll be able to quit easy."
I had the same conversation with Jordan about chicken breast versus chicken thigh. This whole,
Yeah.
it's just this. It's, you can't win.
You can't win.
He's just right. You can't
Anyway,
argue with
yeah,
facts.
so our bad takes, though, because that's clearly not one
Yes.
for me.
No,
Well,
but
you can take that
stamp.
as your thing. I can't really think of a like worst take for me. It's a hard thing to think of, so I don't feel like you have to.
It
think
is hard
of
to
one.
think
Why
of
don't we all
what is-
pick each other's worst take? That's probably a better
Yeah,
measure of
probably.
things.
Can you
Ooh.
think of one for me? I think Peter's worst take has to be the not drinking water.
I do like drinking water.
No, but like the hydration.
Elaborate.
Peter's just really good at making himself sound like he's more wrong than he is.
That was always, yeah. I love dying on the hill.
Yeah,
I really love dying on the hill.
Like Peter will be like, "Oh yeah, you like it's enough." Like you could explain it and be like, "Okay, it's enough to just drink water when you're thirsty because that's what that whole body mechanic is for. Drinking when you're thirsty, and you can usually get in enough water
Yeah,
by
that
doing
is
that."
what I think.
And then he'll explain it by saying,
Fuck your 2 liter water bottle. What do you think? You think I'm fucking stupid? I'll drink as much water as I fucking want. If you would eat this bottle, you are broken. Like it's like I really just think that your body knows when you're thirsty.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
Yeah,
and it's like
okay.
with vitamin pills, it's like we'll have a balanced diet, you'll probably get enough vitamins.
yeah.
And everyone's like, Peter thinks vitamins don't exist. I'm like, well,
But it's a good it's much better concept.
it's better. That's what it's all about.
It's better to eat your vitamins anyway. You know what I mean? mean? Like in your food and your diet than having the
That's
pills.
like it's better to eat like a chicken and having
back him up
protein
on that.
powder.
Chicken powder.
You got
Zack
to all
powder.
the little micro things.
Chicken powder. I think your worst take, Zach, is some of your music ones sometimes. You have some bad music
right, with
takes.
songs, yeah.
You're just like, I love this song, and it doesn't fit any of the criteria you think makes a good song. But you're like, no, but this is a good one.
Yeah. I would say my worst take overarching a lot of things is just like that sort of stuff.
I think
like
you try to
contradicting myself
quantify
or, like-
things.
Yeah, but then like if I don't have a reason at all,
Yeah.
then like
Oh, you're like the
you
English
can't,
language.
You can't debate me on it because I've already like
Yeah.
dumbed myself down to like there's no reason already. Like I
Yeah.
just like it and I'm stupid with it. And like you try to argue against that, I have no reason in coming back at you.
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
the
like
thing.
no,
It's-
you're wrong and for no reason.
It's a vibes-based decision.
Yeah, I think
it's
even
a vibes-based
doing-
decision.
doing that is probably my worst.
Yeah, you
take.
try to quantify things on things that are vibes-based, and
My
then it's
worst
just like,
take
well...
is not having a take but being very loud about it.
Actually, no, I take it back. You liking Zambrero more than other burritos.
True. More
Your
than
worst
Guzzi
take.
G.
Yeah.
I like Zambros.
More than
These
Guzzi
are-
G?
For anyone that
For the
doesn't know,
burritos,
these
yeah.
are the sort of
Okay.
competing Mexican chains in Australia.
Yes, very specific.
Chipotle's sort of got the market over there. We've still got a bit of a territory war for the
We do.
Mexican
And
food.
Yeah, in my
Mexican
opinion, one of them is
standoff.
complete dog shit.
A Mexican,
Mexican
standoff. Sorry, that's
standoff.
not flying under the radar.
Thank
that
you.
was
Thank you.
so good, Jordan.
Thank you very much.
Nice.
That's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's probably...
What were we
yeah.
talking
Are
about?
you Team Zambreros
Am I stupid?
or are you Team Guzman?
Take a guess.
Guzman.
Easily.
I'm Guzzi on the nachos, but I'm Zambi in the burritos. What was wrong with that
That had
statement?
the same energy of like I'm a freak in the
Yeah, it did.
Oh no, I'm nice in the streets, but a freak in the sheets. What did you say? Well, I
Zambi's
mean,
in the burritos.
I mean,
And
I'm Guzzi in the
Guzzi in the
nachos,
nachos.
but Zambi in the burrito.
You like slurred it or
though.
something as well.
It's true though. Let's not talk
I'm
about that
Guzzi
any
in the
longer.
nachos. That's all you had to say, brother.
It kind of gave the
good
vibe of a
Gus,
toddler
man.
coming up to you and telling you something when you didn't ask.
Excuse me, I'm Guzzi in the
Like
nachos.
you're like teaching in year one class, they put their hand up. My dad works on a tractor. It's like, shut up.
Kids do that, eh?
They're crazy, like, right?
A little bit of Gus.
that's good.
The
They
good
just want to
Gus.
tell you things.
They just want to, they just want to share their thoughts.
They just want to tell you
It's
things.
pretty good. It's pretty
Especially
handy.
if they respect you. If they think you're cool, they just want to tell you shit.
Yeah.
I have a take that I don't like from Jordan,
Oh,
which is that
Shit.
I think you will
Can't put
excuse
the noise.
anything if it is someone being like competitive / trying to win.
What
Like
does
you will
that mean?
excuse any sort of like lame behavior in Smash. You're like, but they're just trying to win and it's optimal. But it's like you don't have an opinion on like them being lame.
you don't respect the win at all
like-
costs mentality.
Yeah, I'm saying I
Oh.
guess like the win at all costs take is what I'm like. I don't like that.
Fair.
And I'm not
Fair.
even 100% sure if that's what you think, but I feel like way more than me and Peter, at least.
Are
Yeah.
you saying like
No.
someone camps and you're like, that's
He's saying that,
lame,
like,
but
Yeah.
Jordan's like,
Yeah.
that's all right because it
Yeah,
I'm
my
like-
mindset is like if you're in a tournament and the objective is try to win and you do that, then that's it. That's the end of
Yeah.
the thought.
And
It's like why some people like Smash players. Like, you know, like some people love, let's say, DeBuzz. He's so lame, but he's really good at it, you know? So it's like, is that a player you like watching personally? It's like, for me, no. But some
Yeah.
people are like, fuck yeah, get the
I
bag.
love it, yeah.
I also don't like watching them that much. For me, it's like the problem lies in the system rather than the player.
Yeah.
yeah. No,
But
I
be the change you
understand
wanna
where
see,
it's
I
coming
guess.
from. I'm more.
Yeah, but nah.
I think just the common take should be that like, don't do that to other people.
Yeah,
Like you are
interesting.
being a bad person putting someone else through that experience. Like even in a tournament setting, it's like
Interesting.
you like
Zach,
you
hate the player, don't hate the game.
Yeah, I'm more hate the game,
no,
not the player.
No,
Yeah.
not quite what I'm saying, but
Kind of
No,
is.
I agree with you. I think you,
but it is
there is
it's
some onus
kinda
on a
getting
person.
there. But I'm not saying hate the player on a personal level. I'm saying hate
Oh.
Hate
the
their
player's
playing.
gameplay and say
Hate the player's
you-
game, not the player.
All you gotta say, Peter.
Hate the player's game, not the game or the player.
Yes.
No, you can't go around calling someone a fucking loser, but you can say your
You would
Samus
never do that.
plays like a fucking loser. You.
and then you go into
walking a very tight rope here.
All right, I changed my answer. This everything is fine. This is your worst take. This just gets the wooden spoon for takes. It's so confusing.
Yeah, I can't back this one up. I just
No, I think I agree with you.
I get what you mean.
think
it's
I
I get what
hard
you
to
mean.
explain without
It depends. Yeah.
Stop trying to quantify it.
I get what you
getting a
mean.
corner. Yeah.
It's just vibes based.
Do you think about it
good
like
call.
this? I try, if someone's like playing lame against me, I try not to let my emotions get the better of me. And I try and just like take it as like the game and how I can beat that. Because if I start getting annoyed, I'm going to lose. And what's going to be worse? Me winning and being like, man, that guy's such a loser. Or me losing and being like, oh my fucking God, that guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah,
lock
that's
in,
part of
get
it.
it done. They're going to do it anyway. Just figure it out, and be like, what a loser. They're still shit.
Yeah.
That's the sort of healthy mentality,
what you
which is
need.
why you're like top of the scene and haven't left.
Yeah, you top
See,
of
what
the
I did is
person.
I
Like with
couldn't-
DK, yeah.
couldn't do it.
I like third right now.
Yes, right now.
Low
I thought
key
you were
first,
third.
though.
Yeah.
I'll call them out, low key first.
Couldn't do it. I just stooped to their level and I tried to
Yeah.
outcamp them while being pissed off.
Yeah,
That's
doesn't
insane.
work.
That might be your worst take.
I'm not saying it's. I quit. Like it didn't work. I couldn't do it. I'd be like, I'll show them fucking camping, and then I would just lose anyway. And then I'd be really
You just
pissed
play
off.
completely dog shit.
Yeah, and then I just play complete shit.
Peter's cued into a Mega Man as Ganon. He's like, right, I'm
I'm
camping
camping
out.
out, bitch. Never approach. Oh wait.
It doesn't work. Doesn't work.
Damn it.
Anyway, any more wooden spoons? I think we're probably getting towards the end of the pod. I feel like it's been.
Yeah, I wrote a
We've
lot
been
of wooden
cooking.
spoons, but
It's been an hour 10 on the
a
recording.
lot of them are
Alright.
bad. Let's do one
Let's
more.
do one more.
One
and then
more
we'll
to
wrap her up.
round it out.
Say when you think there's a good one.
What?
Just wait.
We just listened
Well,
to all
there's
the
a few
questions.
different ones.
Which one you really want to answer? It's like your buzzer is when, and then you got to say your
Oh,
answer.
no, there's only really two. Which karaoke song would you be worst at performing blind?
Ooh.
Let's
Blind.
do it.
Blind?
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
It'll be some kind of rap song.
no, you still
surely.
get the lyrics on the screen, but it's
Oh,
like you don't get any prep time.
You don't get to prepare.
Yeah.
Oh, so you get the lyrics on the screen, but you're really cooked. I think
Just
Rap
something-
God. Yeah, Rap God.
I was
is
gonna
big
say,
trouble.
Rap God's
on there.
Big trouble there.
Yes.
Might just be sort of for everyone. I think a Lana Del Rey one would be really tough for me too.
Aren't they
Because
pretty
one,
simple?
I would love that.
I don't like her like style. Also,
What
I don't
does she
think I'd
sing?
be
I
good
can't
at it.
picture. I think I'm picturing someone else.
All the songs that are like.
Is that the I got some
Actually, yeah,
rules I
I'm
can't-
kind of killing that.
Is that
So
Lana Del
I'll,
Rey?
Did she do
I
Summertime
got new
Sadness?
rules.
she did do
Oh, that's
Summertime
Dua Lipa.
Sadness.
Yeah. Summertime Sadness. That's a
That's
banger.
pretty easy.
Yeah,
I
that's
could
an
do
easy.
that.
But that was like with an electronic producer, so it's more like a.
Also, when I just sang it, I sort of didn't back myself in enough. I thought that was quite all right. So
nailed
I'm
it.
going to take that off the table.
Take that off the table.
I reckon the rap god's a good
Rap
call.
God's
Just something
gotta
too
be good.
complicated.
You
What
just-
about one with lots of N words in it? I think I'd
Oh,
really
yeah.
do poorly.
I think that's an easy word to say.
Yeah, good. What do you mean?
Not for me. It's actually impossible for me.
I can't say it.
Can't do it.
True.
Too good of a person.
Fellas in Paris.
Yeah, I can't do that one.
Can't do that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Let's do one last one.
All right.
A wooden spoon for your worst talent. It has to be a talent, but it's got to be your worst one.
Oh. Maybe the
Some-
thing I can like where you get the water gleeking. You guys have a gleek?
Isn't that some sex shit?
No, it's
What?
like wait, see if I can do it. No, it didn't work. When water spurts out.
Oh, you don't say that.
Oh, that has a word.
What do you mean? What are you doing?
So are you saying your worst out? I said like you can do it, but it's terrible.
Just
Yeah.
spat.
Yeah, that's
No, I
terrible.
gleeked.
Don't gleek on me,
I
bro.
just
Why did that have a name?
Well, everything's gonna have a name. That's
No,
how
it
humans
doesn't,
work.
because, like-
humans are like, what is that? And then you're just like,
But how was
Bro,
that?
he just gleeked on himself.
How are people gleeking so much that they had to give it a title?
Because I accidentally did it once in a car, and it like went all over my
Is
steering
that when you
wheel.
yawn and then you gleek when you yawn? Sometimes I gleek when I yawn.
There was one time I was
Or
driving
you messing
home.
around while driving, you just
I
gleek on the steering wheel.
gleeked on the steering wheel, and I was like,
Or you got bored, you little gleek.
How did I do that? I made
And
an
then Holly
absolute
turned to him.
mess.
She's like, "Oh, did you just gleek, you little gleeker? Don't gleek on
No,
that."
I gleeked alone.
Did
It
you
was- I was
Google it?
alone. And then I think I googled it. And
When
then I
you
was
press your
gleeking.
tongue up to your
roof of your mouth, and then
just
water from the
water
bottom
comes
like
out.
squirts.
Oh, gleeking.
Is that like revealing your saliva glands?
I think something like
That's
that.
Is this
insane.
like
Yeah.
a response that has been like left in some humans from like one of those spitting animals, like the lizards that
Maybe.
spit at enemies?
Maybe, yeah.
Have you ever tried it as like a self-defense?
No, I never tried it as self-defense. I never needed to.
Yeah, fair. In
Can't
jiu-jitsu,
gleek.
maybe when you're getting like in a bad pin, just
I think it's a
gleek
bit
on them.
unsportsmanlike that.
No, but it's an accident.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's action, and I should win at all costs. That's my
Yes,
mentality.
exactly.
So you're right.
You were talking about using pressure boys to kill people earlier.
Yeah, I could
A little
gleek.
gleeking
A
so
little
bad.
gleeking. A little gleeking never hurt
Was it
anyone.
the wooden spoon like thing?
Yeah, the worst talent that you have.
It's sculling. You can't skull.
but
that's
he
not a
doesn't have
talent.
the talent.
It's got to be.
Oh.
Gotta be
talent.
you're talented, but no one gives
But
a
it's
fuck.
really shit.
Such as the gleek.
Such as gleeking.
Oh, I get it.
Like,
now.
what's something that you can do
And
that
no one
nobody
cares.
wants you to do?
It's probably an easy one, but at the moment it's
Gotta
like
think.
Maybe like Lucas footstool. No, that's pretty cool. Actually.
oh, in Smash 4.
Yeah.
No, that is
That's
probably
pretty cool.
my least useful.
yeah.
Like
Wait,
for
what were
how
you-
good I still am at Lucas footstool combos in Smash for Wii U.
Is that
It
your
really
worst
never
talent?
applies to my day-to-day life,
Yeah.
but it's still in the brain.
What were you gonna say though? Sorry, I cut you off.
I was gonna say just like whatever game I'm playing currently. So like I've been playing a bit more Pokemon Sleep. Like knowledge in that game is like like talented with my knowledge in it. So useless.
No, but you got a good video out of it. A lot of people wanted to see you talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that did
Tough.
more.
That
I guess
talent
any
actually made
gaming
you
thing-
money.
That talent slaps. It's tough,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's a very
tough.
hard like.
I think gleeking
Gleek
takes
was
the cake.
perfect.
You really,
Gleek was
you really
perfect.
started strong.
What is the thing where it's like edging for the whole day? Oh, gooning.
Gooning.
I
Gooning.
can't think of
No,
that
that
every time
talent's
you say
very useful.
gleeking. Like everyone talking
It
about
sounds
fucking
very similar.
gooning these days.
Yeah,
Gleeking.
that's a pretty useful talent. Gooning.
Is it? That seems detrimental.
Isn't it just like people get like too into gooning?
Yeah,
and
no,
then they're
that's
just
fucked.
gooning all
Yeah, that's
day.
fucked.
Like,
I'm joking.
That's so fucking weird.
Yeah, that's really weird. Don't.
Start
yeah, that's
don't.
really
if
weird.
you're gonna do that, don't talk about it on the internet that much.
If you're
a little
gooning
bit.
right now, just let it.
Should we
What
end it
about
there?
Any gooners in chat?
What
Any
a fucking
gooners?
release. No, we can't end it because I want to hear how many tree puns Peter is still to get or has
done them
succeeded in
all.
I
getting.
did them all. They're all done.
What?
We
There's
only
no
got
way you got
one
three out when we were paying attention.
Okay, so there was some really easy ones, so I wouldn't blame you for not getting this one. I said thank you, like you tree, but I really tried to say you. That was the first time I did.
one.
Like,
That's a tough
I
one.
really
I
went
didn't
like,
even
that's
know
tough.
you was a tree.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
I
is
know,
tough.
that's
You not
tough.
being played RuneScape? That's like, level 60 wood cutting, chop that bitch
I never got
down.
that high.
I said oak dokie instead of okie dokie earlier.
Yeah, that's okay.
That
That's
one-
that's good.
That one
Did you
did-
say that when I was talking about Professor Oak as well? That
No,
would've
it
been
was
a-
before that.
Oh.
That was
Were
good.
you shocked no one
that
got
was
that
Oak
one?
Gobby.
I kind of said it while other people were talking. I really,
Ah.
the delivery was a bit rough. I said you barked up the wrong tree. Next, Jordan picked me up on that one.
Got the one.
Then I said leave him alone when we were bullying someone.
Damn,
Nice.
yeah, that's
Smooth.
should have picked up on that.
I then said you son of a birch. Instead of son of a bitch.
When did you say
Yeah,
that?
I can't
while we were
remember.
talking, I think I would have picked up son of a bird.
Well, it happened.
Birch.
Everyone was having too good of a time bullying someone. There we go. And then I said that old chestnut, the old chestnut
Oh,
that's
that
good.
one
tree. And that was when nobody else was talking. I really said that one out in the open.
That's a good
Yeah,
one.
You're a
Should've got
smooth
that.
operator.
Thank you. Never trust me.
operator.
Never trust me, you know? You can't trust me.
Never goon and never trust Peter.
Yeah, never trust me.
So I believe this week we're wiping all the topics on the poll, right?
Really?
Rude.
Should we wait till
Should we
next
maybe
week
wait
for
till-
maybe Jackson so we can get 4 new ones on there?
Yeah, potentially. We'll see. We might be in discussions, and if you head on over to patreon.com/underdogspod, you can vote on the next week's topic, and the poll will be up quite soon. Maybe it'll be 4 new ones. Maybe Country will still have a small shot of making it.
That sucks. Because EDM chose to put Country on the poll when he was a guest on the pod, and he never happened.
These fuckers voted for Wood, man. I don't know what to tell
I had a good time.
They got to choose this.
Yeah.
yeah, they vote every week.
Oh, brilliant.
Over on patreon.com/underdogspod.
And I'm kidding to the patrons. You're not fuckers. We love you, obviously. But
Hate the
some
player,
of the
hate the game.
some of the topics
Wait.
they choose would not have been what I chose.
Damn, fair
We
play.
do some rough ones, but hey, we're men of the people, you know?
Amen.
We
Good
do
on
it,
you,
we do it
boys.
for the gamers out there.
God bless.
Much
Jordan's going
respect
to
to the
tell us his
gamers.
favorite use for trees as we lead us out.
Probably paper's been very handy throughout human history. I like that paper.